Hello, thank you for joining me. Today is the 31st of October 2025. This year has flown, really flown. Right, so in a couple of days we have Venus going into Libra, which is fantastic because obviously it's been in Virgo, sidereal Virgo, feeling quite like not really happy place for a planet that likes to see good in everything. You know, this is a critical sign, and I mean, it critiques everything as a sign. So it's very nice for Venus to be going into own home. So that occurs on the 2nd of November, and Venus will be there till the 26th. But it is, most of that transit is actually with the Sun, but at no point is Venus really uncomfortable. It's not combust or cazimi happening. So it's like it's Sun is way ahead of Venus, and we will have basically what happens is Sun leaves the sign on the 16th of November, and then what happens on the 23rd of November, Mercury retrogrades into Libra. Two friends are together, Mercury and Venus, which brings out a very refined combination for every one of us. Two really friendly planets in really good situation as well. So, and it really helps us to reconnect with friends, loved ones, and communicate. And if we've said things in a wrong way, we can actually ask the heavens to help us to get over that issue. So Venus, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Venus's indication. So Venus is all about making the right choices. It rules the neck, and obviously we turn right and left to know when to cross the road. We listen with our ears as well to just make sure that we're not projecting our, like on a date, for example, projecting our own lovely energy and everything, and just come out and just think, oh, this person was amazing, but actually it was just you projecting yourself and mirroring yourself, if you like. So it's definitely about making the right choices. So Venus is never, a really good Venus is not going to settle for something that is like really impulsive, irrational, sort of passionate. That's more Mars. Venus is all about, right, how does this serve me? Is this really this is love for me, or is it love because of how I look or what I present or what I have? So it's a very, you know, it's really is a grounded planet in that sense. And in this sign also, it wants to get on with everybody else. It's you know, Libra is like being this is where Sun is obviously debilitated, so there's no ego attached, like to just have a balance and get on with everyone, being non-judgmental. Everybody, whether or not their status or whatever, we just want to treat them like this, and human beings would treat others. So how we would like to be treated, that's very Venus. And leaving a nice impression. So it's planet of grace, love, harmony, balance, seeing the beauty in everything, and making everything really eventful and gorgeous in a sense. So a little bit of panache, a bit of eclectic, and just making everything lush, I would say. That's really Venus. And even though if for some, obviously some of the ascendants, like for example for Pisces ascendant or for Taurus ascendant, it's not necessarily the best sign, best sign. But having said that, it is where we can actually focus on and just get beauty out of it. So even if, like for example, for Taurus ascendant, it's their 6th house, so they could be their own worst enemy, and or they could have really competitive female colleagues, or they could find sometimes that they just have issues with females that in this lifetime they're here to sort out and evolve through that by being really putting yourself in somebody else's shoes and just seeing how it feels to be doing that particular job, or being in that relationship, or just like literally they deal with some jealousy and that kind of thing. So it's really nice time now that Venus allows us to just like cherish that whatever it is, the lesson is that we are learning, and actually learn it with grace and love and evolve. And you know, after all, we don't want to keep repeating the same pattern. So this is about learning, education of the soul, and moving on with grace and love. So let's have a look at the chart for that moment. Here we are. Get rid of me. Okay. So as you can see, as Venus enters 2nd of November, enters Libra with the Sun. I actually think Sun in it's really nice in the charts when Sun is a little bit like you know, because an exalted Sun and Sun in Capricorn or the 10th house can give people a little bit of issue, because they just like ego can be running away from us. And obviously all of us experience that, even if we don't have it in our chart. Sometimes we get it in transit and we have to deal with that, or in a dasha, you know, when the Sun just happens to be in our 10th house. So yeah, it's quite an interesting thing. So as you can see, we have this situation, and now because Venus was also debilitated up till the 1st of November, and now obviously it's no longer, so there is a lot more, we can feel a lot more empowered to express ourselves, because this is obviously, Venus is the planet of self-expression. Sun rules the 5th house of natural zodiac, and it's expressing yourself to your loved ones or to authority or bosses with like understanding, balance and harmony, not trying to rock the boat in any way, but really you can get very good deals out of this at this point, because Venus is actually helping the Sun with its debilitation. So Sun is you know, so bosses represents bosses, people in power and everything. So we can actually during this time get a lot of help from Venus being so strong in that sign to actually help us. And actually at those degrees as well, it's Vargotama. So you can see in D9 it's actually Vargotama. So it also can bring a lot of good looking people into our lives, you know. When, you know, see if, you know, Venus and Sun together, or Sun in Venus's Sun sign, or Venus in Leo, they can really represent very good looking people. So during this time we can all be have that delight of meeting people who are really good looking people, but also very, very nice people. Or you can see that their soul is beautiful. You know, you just see beyond the veil of the makeup or the good suit, you know, all that kind of thing, you know, very polished look. You can see that the person has got a wonderful soul. They're really understanding. They're really, you can connect with them nicely. So this is a really nice time for all of us, really, having Venus strong. We also have Mars very strong. We have Jupiter in an exaltation sign as well. And also Jupiter is helping, by being so strong, is helping Saturn as well. And Rahu is strong because it's in its own sign. But obviously Mercury and Sun, Sun is being helped anyway with Venus, but it's actually Mercury which is struggling, because Mercury is in unfriendly sign, with enemy sign. But it will be going retrograde, so that's going to be taken care of. But you know, Jupiter is allowing lots of grace with Mars as well. So it's a really good time to be out socializing, being in the public eye, enjoying things which both planets, you know, they're whether it's the theatre, cinema, going out to events of musical events, gigs, piano recitals. You know, this is really a nice time to be out and enjoy things. And if you're with somebody, with your loved ones, really entertaining them, you know, taking out for meals with maybe other family members, etc. Okay, so in the light that we are actually doing this, I'm just like, it's a really nice time to really look after yourself during this time, because Venus is all about self-care, self-love. And the more we look after ourselves, the more we work on our own issues, the better the people we attract in our lives. This is the biggest lesson anybody can find, because if you keep picking at yourself, if you keep like addressing yourself with very negative sentences, you know, branding yourself like I am this or I am that, you know, that doesn't serve you because you get more of it. So you want to empower yourself during this time with Venus being so strong, and really embracing the fact that you are actually a beautiful soul, you're kind, you know, all those values that are much more important than money or anything else. And also, this is really nice time to look after your spouse, your girlfriend, fiance. The more gentlemen look after the females in their lives, the more they can guarantee a much smoother, you know, like second half of life. That's like a feng shui thing. So, and also the other thing is as well, this is very, very nice for basically, you know, Venus represents all forms of transport. So looking after your car, and you know, just looking after everything that's just, you know, you spend money on and you want to look after them, value them, because if you value your possession, you value in yourself. So anyway, that's about that. Let's have a look at the ascendants now. So I'm going to start with Pisces in the light that this actually, let's go to Aries because I've been doing that for a while. So, okay, for Aries ascendant, this is your second and seventh house ruler in the seventh house with your fifth house ruler. Wow, that is quite something. So for you guys, it brings together your fifth house ruler with your second house ruler. So that is a very, very strong done yoga of money and wealth, and also it is a Raja yoga because it's bringing together fifth and seventh house ruler. So fantastic. And obviously, you know, that you have a cancellation of debility as well there, so really is good. So not only are you giving love and attention to other people and grace and fairness and balance, but you're also reflecting that back on yourself too. So this is a really amazing setting for you guys. So really enjoy it. And obviously because you have Mercury retrograding back into with Venus as well for the last few days, that between the 23rd of November and 26th of November, what will happen is you will be able to, any conflicts or issues or anything like that, you get a chance to review those conflicts and disagreements, and with that balance that Venus has, you can actually overcome them, because Mercury will allow you that time, that little short window where you can actually really review and rebalance anything that might have become a little bit difficult and caused you issues with other people. Right, for next ascendant, for Taurus ascendant, so this is first and sixth house ruler with your fourth house ruler. So obviously this is very much for you guys, because the sixth house ruler is kind of involved in this. It kind of causes some issues in the sense that you might have to work harder, because sixth house of work and service to others, working harder, and you might have some conflicts with, like, if any females at work, or, you know, giving you a hard time or anything like that, you can sort of see, maybe look at it from their viewpoint. What is it within you that's creating that issue? But also it's a really good time to actually, if you've had like problems, like, I don't know, whether it's plumbing issues or a wall needs decorating or something like that. So if it's not, you know, you can always, rather than waiting for some sort of disagreement or anything else happen, you actually initiate and actually think, right, I'm going to turn this into a really positive thing. The wall, I don't know, my kitchen needs painting. That's what I will do, and actually do that in to really sort of make the most of that energy that's been given to you from the universe, or be of service to your mum, or your car might need like looking after, in the sense that maybe tires need changing because you got K2 in the fourth house. So K2, you know, So you can actually look after your mum, look after your car, give your car a good valet, have it cleaned inside out, and that is always really gives you these sort of things really help strengthen the value of Venus. And then what happens is then you'll have Mercury retrograding back, and what that causes is Mercury for you is your second and fifth house ruler. So it could be that because Venus will be your sixth and second house ruler, or sixth and fifth house ruler together. So it could be you might be doing a course during this time, some learning, or you could be working with some younger children. So there'll be something to learn during that time. Or it could just be that literally you are being of service to your family, to your children, and looking after, or even partaking in some like competitive sports, or starting some kind of thing like that as well. So, and also things like, for example, qigong and some other kind of tai chi, stuff like that. They could also be something that you could bring in during that time. Venus being so strong, you recover from any sporty stuff that you do extremely well. Really good time to maybe, if you want to do some fasting or changing your diet in some way, really great time to do that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, and let's go to the next ascendant. So for Gemini ascendant, this is happening in your fifth house. So it brings together third and fifth house rulers together, as well as obviously 12th house ruler. Venus rules the 12th house. This is a really, really nice time to learn foreign languages, or also a really nice time to do creative endeavors, whether you want to start singing or dancing or learning ballet, learning a musical instrument, visit some I don't know, some galleries, art galleries, or the theatre. Really nice. You want to be stepping out with your friends, having a really good time with your loved ones, and really enjoyable time for you. Then when Mercury returns back for you, returns back into your fifth house. So this will be your fourth house ruler in the fifth house. So that would be a really nice time too, because it gives you Raja Yoga, fourth and first house ruler, and a Dana Yoga as well. Really nice time. So it gives you that window of reviewing things that you want to do for your children, for your family, for yourself, and having really fun things to do during that time. You can just good time to plan and really enjoy that nice stuff with your family and obviously yourself as well. So let's go to Cancer ascendant. Oh, this is not okay. Sometimes it just doesn't move. Here we go. So for Cancer ascendants, this is a cone for you in your fourth house. So Venus in the fourth house, it's got directional strength. So it's amazing. So what happens is here for you, fourth house and 11th house ruler Venus is sitting there with your second house ruler. So second and 11th house rulers together, it creates a really strong Dana Yoga through friends and your savings, and just brings money. You can actually hold on to your money as well during this time. The money that comes in could be really good gains, so also because Venus is in the fourth house and you also got the second house ruler, you could be making money. So maybe if you're going traveling, then you can also have like earn money whilst you're away, or opportunities will appear. And also 11th house for you Taurus is like house of desires, so some of your desires will be met during this time. And also because for you Mercury is a third and 12th house ruler, is going to retrograde in there on the 23rd in Libra. Obviously Sun will not be there, so you'll have Venus and Mercury together in your fourth house. So that would be a really nice time where if some of you want to start thinking about moving or changing your location, so it's a nice time to start planning, put things, review your figures, start crunching them and see how they're all matches up. Some of you might be thinking about either going abroad to live, or if you're living abroad, going back home to your homeland. So but it's lovely for you guys. It's a really nice time. Okay, let's go to so for Leo ascendants, excuse me a second. this is occurring in your third house. So the first house ruler in the third house. So obviously Sun is debilitated or in debilitation sign. It's not at that degree. So for you guys, what's happening is it's a very creative time, very expressive time where you want to do lots of fun stuff. Venus being there, your third house ruler, 10th house ruler as well. So lots of creativity, you know, you're getting lots of enjoyment, learning new things that will help you with your work. And yeah, so doing lots of beautiful things that not only just make you feel happy, make you feel joyous, but also bring a lot of fun and to your work as well. So your career will also gain from this, whether it's you're having hobbies and interests that you're doing with friends, etc. That is making you happy, and as a result you're getting more of a balance at work. Or it could just be that you're literally learning new things at work which are really allowing you access to really good information and connections at work. But whatever it is, you're going to love it. And and then on the 23rd you have Mercury retrograding back into Libra. So this is your second and 11th house ruler in the third house. So it could be that some of those hobbies that you're learning, if you sort of do your, you know, use practicality of Mercury and see whether or not they can also gain you some income as well. So you could also be translating things, learning languages. I mean, it's a busy time. Wherever Mercury goes, it's fun, and we learn things, and that we become multifaceted in something or other. And now go to Virgo. For you guys, this is occurring in your second house. So this is your 12th house ruler in the second house, the Sun. And also your second and 9th house ruler, Venus, in your second house. So that's Venus on its own creates a Dhan Yoga for you of money. And but what's happening? Sun is there spending the money for you. So although Venus is gracing you with that, but Sun is making you spend money. So, but obviously Sun moves out and middle of the month, and then Mercury and then Venus will be on its own for a few days, and then be joined by Mercury. Mercury for you is the 1st and 10th house ruler, so it gives you the highest level of Raj Yoga when from the 23rd till the 26th you got 9th and 10th house rulers in your second house. So that's fantastic. So and also it's your first house ruler in the second house. That's another Dhan Yoga. So multiple Raja and Dana yogas going on of success and accomplishing things as well. So nice time for you guys, but really review things before you go spending any money. Okay, next one for you guys. So Libra ascendant. For you guys, obviously, this is your 8th and 1st house ruler in the 1st house. 8th house just means changes, really. And Libra is a movable sign, so it's absolutely fine. You're okay with change. And you have 1st house ruler in the 1st house with 11th house ruler, the Sun. So Sun and Venus actually together create this amazing Dana Yoga, again for money, realizing your dreams, and you accomplishing things too. So this is wonderful for you guys. You probably are also looking pretty gorgeous at this moment, because not only you have Venus on the ascendant, you have the Sun. So both planets are just gorgeous. They bring out beauty in everything, and you're going to really enjoy connecting with with your groups and friends, networks, elder sibling. Really, it's really going to enjoy that. So that's lovely. And then on the 23rd, Venus and Mercury are going to be together in your 1st house. So that's like your 9th house ruler and in the 1st house with your 1st house ruler. So lovely. This is a really strong Raja Yoga for you, and also a Dana Yoga too. So really feeling good, successful, really nice enjoyment, refinement, because Mercury and Venus are really make you really enjoy life in a beautiful way. And you will not miss a trick during that time, because those planets, personal planets, really work together nicely. But just review everything, make sure You know, you're just like connecting with friends during this time and enjoying the moment. Okay, so let's go to next ascendant, which is Scorpio. For you guys, this is occurring in your 12th house. So Venus for you is your 7th and 12th house ruler. In the 12th house, Venus is exalted in the 12th house, and it is in own sign, and it's sitting there with the 10th house ruler. So it could be that you're working remotely, and or you're working abroad for a while, or on a secondment from work, or some of you could also be retiring from job, or there's some redundancy. But whatever it is, it does feel good at that moment, which is great. And so it could also be that you feel as though you want to just change your job as well. You've got that feeling that maybe changes in the air, and you want to have a look at that. So for you guys also, basically in the middle of the month, Sun goes into Scorpio, and then Mercury on the 23rd retrogrades back into Libra. So that retrograding back into Libra means that Venus and Mercury are together in the 12th house. So Mercury obviously feels debilitated, even though it's in friendly sign, but it feels a bit like Mercury doesn't like to be in the 12th house because it's a hidden house, likes to be out with friends doing things. But Venus is helping Mercury feeling strong. So basically, even if you're staying at home, just do fun things, because Mercury and Venus just mean joy, happiness, enjoyment, watch great movies and maybe have friends over or something like that, have a good time with them. So for you guys, obviously, Mercury rules what would be your 8th house and also 11th house ruler. So it could be some changes within your groups, and also it could just be that, like you can emotionally just be more vulnerable, allow your partner know how you're feeling about any difficulties that you're experiencing in the relationship. Really good time to review anything, and with the help of Mercury, just really have an honest and authentic conversation with your partner if there's anything upsetting you in any way. So because if they don't know about the issue, they can't really sort the issue out. But because it's like 8th house ruler in the 12th house, so you will find that when Mercury moves in, you'll be able to review and rethink and come up with solutions for any issues that you've had, just through mediation and using the balance of the sign Libra. You feel more grounded to just be able to tackle any discord or disharmony between you. And now let's go to the next one. So for Sagittarius ascendant, this is happening in your 11th house. For you guys, Venus rules your 6th and 11th house. So it's not a good planet because 6th house upsets, anything. But we can use that energy so it's actually beneficial to us. So for us, for Sagittarius, you have basically your 9th house ruler and also your 11th house ruler together. And normally that would be a really nice one, nice stunning yoga. But what happens here is basically you are working and achieving more. You're working really hard and being of service to other people, to your groups, to your friends, to your parents. And but just generally speaking, there's a lot of you'll be doing a lot of learning during this time. You have the opportunity to learn things really good. You could also be questioning your belief systems, and maybe even for example, the groups that you're with, networks, or you could be with people who really meet during this time, people who really have got the same belief system as you, that they want to make a difference in their communities, and just really bring balance and harmony within people living there. And so this could be a really nice way to actually use this during this time to connect. And also because what happens is when Sun moves into what would be Scorpio, sort of middle of the month, and then you have on the 23rd to 26th, Venus and Mercury will be together. Venus and Mercury, beautiful, friendly planets to each other. Mercury will, because it rules 7th and 10th house ruler, and it is sitting there with the 11th and 6th house ruler. So what happens is Mercury will help any kind of like issues that you want to tackle, whether it's like to do with nutrition, exercise, sorting out some sort of conflict, being service to other people, starting a new exercise or healing or anything like that, or reconnecting also with your cousins and aunts and uncles. Really, you will get that opportunity to do it, and actually you'll enjoy it because the balance that Venus brings to the equation for you. Next ascendant, we have Capricorn ascendant for you in the 10th house. So you have your 10th house and also your 5th house ruler in the 10th house. So that's a lovely Raja Yoga, and you have Sun there, which is your 8th house ruler in the 10th house. So it could be that there's some changes going on in your work, and maybe you're working behind the scene, you are, you know, you're doing more research, learning a few more things. But whatever it is, you know, it's going to be helped because Venus is so strong. And then obviously this is a really good time. Your status at work will be helped. People will just like enjoy working with you, and they don't feel as though there's working with you will be lovely because there's no ego attached. You working and being, you know, just fair and using equality and with everybody, so everybody feels like you know they're being heard, they're being understood during, you know, because your Venus is so strong at the time in your 10th house, and Sun is debilitated, so that really helps. And then we have Sun moving out middle of the month and Mercury retrograding back into your 10th house. And for you guys, Mercury rules your 6th and 9th house. So 6th and 9th house ruler will be with your 10th house ruler. So this is really a time when you're working really hard. And, you know, because Mercury is not the greatest planet for Capricorn, so that you're working really hard. But, you know, what's happening is you're feeling good about what you're doing, because Libra is just making you feel that what you're contributing is more than enough to make you feel happy and centered during this time. So yeah, so basically, and also because he also rules your 9th house, so all of that means that you're learning quite a lot of new things too, and you're enjoying that. You're enjoying spending time with your parents. Maybe you're going traveling to do with work, or learning something new that's going to help you with your work as well. Okay, so let's go to the next ascendant. So for Aquarius ascendant, this is happening in your 9th house. 9th house ruler in the 9th house with the 7th house ruler, Sun. So that's a lovely Raja Yoga happening there. Also for you, Venus also obviously is your Yoga Karaka planet. So 4th and 9th house ruler. So Venus on its own is creating Raja Yogas of success. And so it's all about like your values, your belief systems, your parents, your father, learning, traveling, education, wisdom. All those things are really become very much the focus for you, and also you will enjoy all of those things. So you could be traveling with your partner. You could also maybe get married to your partner during this period, or buy a home together. Or even, you know, like buy a new car. And then you have what happens is Mercury on the 23rd of the month. Basically, Sun leaves middle of the month and goes into Scorpio, and then Mercury retrogrades back into Libra for you, and it's with Venus, which is a lovely connection there. So you have your 5th house ruler with your 4th house ruler, and you're in your 9th house. So multiple wonderful things going on there. Rajas, Dana Yogas, etc. And really is a nice time to review things that you want to learn, education, if you need to start a course, get married. Nice time to review, crunch the numbers, have a plan in place. You know, Mercury will help you with that. Really nice refinement as well. 5th house is house of joy, partying, you know, just really enjoying, being present, enjoying and having fabulous memories with people that you love. So it's a nice it's a really nice transit for you guys. And then going to Pisces. For Pisces ascendant, this is occurring for you in your 8th house. So lots of changes at work. Your 6th house ruler sun being in the 6th, being in the 8th house. There could be changes at work. It could be like working through some traumas and things that you want to release and be released with love. 3rd house ruler and 8th house ruler Venus also, like, you get the there's some learning. You can learn things that help you just like really during this time with your work, or with just like you know, there could be things that are changing at work, things that make you want to change your job, something like that. But it'll be all work out, although it will be difficult slightly, it will all work out in the end, because when 6th and 8th house are actually involved in some way, there is some difficulty, but that difficulty in the end pays off. So hang in there, don't give up if things get really difficult. Just know that there is some learning there, and at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, to learn. But middle of the month, Sun leaves your 8th house, and then Mercury steps in. So Mercury for you guys is your 4th and 10th house, 4th and 7th house ruler. So it could be like some situations change with your partner. If you were just dating, maybe you become, you know, more committed to each other and get engaged, or move in together, or get married, maybe even. So, or if you're together, if there's any conflicts or anything, you know, it could be that you part ways, and if you know. But obviously Mercury between 23rd and the 26th of the month will be with Venus. So if you want to rectify any issues that you have, it's a really good time to use, you know, your communication skills to really give you the opportunity to be authentic and tell your partner how things are and how you would like to resolve them as well. So that would be a really good way to tackle that as well. But generally speaking, you get the inspired speech with Mercury coming back and reviewing things that you might have said or they might have said, and you know, reconciliation could be on the cards for that too, because planets are in good condition. And that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Here we go. And I look forward to seeing you soon, and look after yourself, and really enjoy using these transits to the fullest for yourself. Thank you.